Yeah, this whole thing is really rolling. Raiders at this hour on a Monday are meeting with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll now becomes the hot candidate. They did meet with Ben Johnson, the Detroit offensive coordinator. I'm to believe that he's not going to consider the Raiders. They have a meeting with Robert Saleh, the former 49er defensive coordinator, Jets head coach. They like him. They like his persona. He's going to interview on Thursday. Deion Sanders' agent contacted Tom Brady, Coach Prime, Neon Deion, expressing interest. That'd be a fascinating hire, except the Raiders need to stop going after the shiny thing out there. I'm not sure Deion's is ready to be a pro coach. They did hire a search firm who will be the point people for the new general manager. Hottest general manager candidate comes from Tampa Bay. His name is John Spytek. Spytek has a close relationship with Tom Brady. Brady is carrying a lot of influence in every facet of the operation and the organization. Source in Las Vegas indicated it's Tom Brady's show now. And by the way, the outgoing general manager, Tom Telesco, I had the chance to talk to him this weekend. He said he knew it would be hard. It was hard. He said, I left behind 10 draft picks and $107 million in cap space. So whoever comes in the front door will inherit all the hard work that Telesco did over a 9 to 10 month span. I got to believe if you get the right general manager, and it might be Spytek from Tampa, and you get the right leader in Pete Carroll, despite his age, he's so much younger, and you know how he got players to rally and play so well for him. Seahawks went to a Super Bowl with Pete Carroll. I think with those guys, with the 10 draft picks and $107 million cap space, you might be able to flip this thing a little bit faster. But where they're going to go get a quarterback is a big issue because they played themselves out of the 1 and 2 pick for the top quarterback spot. So maybe it's going to be in free agency. But if I were king, I'd hire Pete Carroll. And based on what NFL people have intimated to me, Spytek looks like the right guy as the general manager because he and Brady are on the same wavelength. So that's where we are with the Raiders. New England, they got it done. They hired Mike Vrabel. Within a week after interviewing him, Patriots bring the linebacker back as their head coach. I'm led to believe Josh McDaniels and some of the coaches that are on Belichick's staff who were with them when Vrabel was a linebacker are going to come back too. Their big issue, they got the quarterback. Their big issue, they got to get the right offensive linemen. They got to get the right wide receivers to fix the offense. Da Bears, I think Ben Johnson takes the job because Caleb Williams is there more than anybody else. Pete Carroll did interview, but I think they need an offensive guru to continue to mold and develop that kid quarterback. I think once Detroit is eliminated from postseason play or wins the Super Bowl, that Ben Johnson probably winds up as the head coach. The bigger storyline is what happened today at the Star. Dallas Cowboys ended talks with Mike McCarthy. He's gone. Mike McCarthy becomes a free agent tomorrow at 5 p.m., close of business day. Team in a free fall this year, wiped out by injuries. I was led to believe they offered him a 1-year extension. Mike McCarthy was never going to do that. They didn't want to go 4 years because maybe they're afraid this thing's getting into a free fall. But, McCarthy, the criticism, a bit unfair. He won 12 games in a row, 12 games 3 years in a row. That's pretty hard in the NFL. But his postseason record was only 1-3. McCarthy, 49-35 in Dallas. Career record 174-112, Dallas and Green Bay. The Bears reportedly want to talk to him, but I happen to think Ben Johnson's still the guy. The Saints and Jacksonville have surfaced. It makes sense in New Orleans because they got the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr, and Mike McCarthy coached there before. And it really makes sense in Jacksonville where they got a young Trevor Lawrence who really needs somebody to guide him with success. And they got a lot of skilled people there. Jacksonville was wrecked by injuries. Wild card name in Dallas, Cliff Kingsbury. I think had been viewed as an insurance policy all along. He's smart as a coordinator, didn't succeed as head coach in Arizona, but boy, they got players. They got a lot of players. I think they're in Dallas. Just got to get them healthy. I always wondered this. You think Bill Belichick, as of noon today, has any buyer's remorse? Because if Belichick had not taken the North Carolina job, he might have been the guy. either going to the Raiders or maybe the guy going to Dallas. So, John, coaching carousel, give me some opinions.
I don't know if it's safe to say this, but is there hope for the Raiders? I mean, like you said, Telesco left them a treasure chest of draft picks and cap space. You got Tom Brady like being the bright light mind. And then if they get a legit, I mean, not to say Telesco isn't legit, but they get another general manager that's a real deal, this could be shaping up to something special. Now, just as an aside, imagine if Dion landed in Las Vegas when Shador was going to get drafted by some other team, like the Jets or the Giants. I mean, that would be kind of messy. I don't think Dion leaves Colorado.
Well, everything's changed as it relates to the draft, because Tennessee's got the number 1 pick, and they're dropping hints everywhere. They're going to take Cam Ward of Miami. But now Cleveland, with the catastrophe that is Deshaun Watson, Cleveland at number 2 maybe takes Shador. And, of course, the Raiders, by virtue of winning those 2 games at the end of the season, knocked themselves way back of the pack in terms of selecting a quarterback. So, and this is not a quarterback-deep draft. But can the Raiders flip this? Well, probably with a free agent acquisition, a rental at quarterback, plus the 10 draft picks that Telesco gave him as a Christmas gift before they fired him. So you got a comment. What do you think about McCarthy?
He had a great run there in Green Bay, but with the Cowboys, it's just a sputtering situation. Is he almost like a Marty Schottenheimer, where you can win in the regular season, not in the postseason? You see him on the sidelines and some of the video clips of him, he looks like he has no confidence. He doesn't project himself as a leader of men, in my opinion. But Dallas, do you think maybe they get caught up in the same thing as the Raiders, going for the shiny object?
Well, 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, and then you have one season ravaged by injuries, and you fire the guy? That doesn't seem fair. But maybe they think there was erosion in leadership, and that's why they supposedly offered him a 1-year extension. McCarthy said, no, not me, not 1 year.
Yeah.
Not with 174 career wins. I'm not going to take a 1-year contract from Jerry Jones. So Jerry's been very loyal, though. I mean, people may not like Jerry, may not like Jerry's palace, may not like the history of the team. Hell, they haven't won a Super Bowl since 1988. So at the end of the day, he has been very loyal to his coaches and his clients. So Mike McCarthy will surface somewhere, I think, pretty doggone quickly.
Wait, 1988? No, the Cowboys won the Super Bowls in the mid-early 90s, right? That was the Troy Aikman run.
Oh, right. I thought it was 1988. Maybe I'm wrong, but they haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, maybe wasn't that the Washington Redskins with Doug Williams was around 1988.
Yep. Okay. So that's all things as it relates to the coaching carousel. Feel free to jump on board in Fans Forum. Give us an opinion if you want there.